Who would win in a battle, medieval knights or modern soldiers? Today, I'm diving into a crazy debate. Who would come out on top in a battle, medieval knights or modern soldiers? Let's find out. The idea of pitting medieval knights against modern soldiers is more than just a fun thought experiment. It's a chance to explore how big the gap is between ancient warfare and modern combat. Medieval knights were basically the tanks of their time, with heavy armor and powerful horses that could smash through enemy lines. Modern soldiers, on the other hand, have access to insane technology, from drones to high-velocity rifles. So, who would win in a battle between these two forces? What factors would swing the outcome? Armor and weaponry are huge. Medieval knights had suits of armor that could deflect arrows and swords, but modern soldiers have guns that can blast through armor like it's paper. Strategy and training are also key. Medieval knights were used to charging in formation, while modern soldiers are trained for all kinds of scenarios, from urban warfare to counterterrorism. Medieval knights had some serious advantages. Their armor was basically impenetrable, and they had the advantage of surprise on their side, but they were also super slow and couldn't really dodge attacks. Modern soldiers, on the other hand, are fast, agile, and have gear that lets them adapt to any situation. Their guns are accurate and powerful, and they have comms tech that lets them coordinate attacks. The strengths and weaknesses of both sides are pretty clear. Medieval knights were heavy hitters, but they were also super limited by their armor. Modern soldiers are flexible and have some serious firepower, but they can also be vulnerable to certain kinds of attacks. When it comes to armaments, medieval knights had swords, lances, and shields. Modern soldiers have assault rifles, machine guns, and grenades. Imagine the battle unfolding like this. A group of medieval knights charges into a valley, expecting to crush a modern infantry unit. But these soldiers aren't just standing around waiting to be trampled. They dig in, setting up a defensive perimeter with some cover. The knights charge, but the soldiers pick them off one by one with precision fire. The knights are basically invulnerable to the soldiers' small arms, but they're also super slow and can't really respond. The outcome of this battle would depend on the context. If it's an open field, the modern soldiers could use their mobility and firepower to take down the knights. But if it's a narrow pass, the knights might be able to use their armor and numbers to overrun the soldiers. It's a tough call, but one thing's for sure, both sides have their strengths and weaknesses. In the end, it's clear that both medieval knights and modern soldiers bring some serious advantages to the battlefield. The context of the battle would greatly influence the outcome. So, who do you think would come out on top in this battle? Let me know in the comments. If you're into historical warfare, check out my video on Samurai versus Ninja, who would win in a fight.